Morning, early start today. Weather is going to be crap, so I've come up to Burnham. Had to come up early because of the tide, but I've come up to shoot the iconic location of the Low Lighthouse in Burnham. So we're gonna try, because the weather's so crap and the clouds and there's it's gonna be dark grey skies. We're just gonna try use the high tide and see if we can get some fine art shots of the lighthouse. So stick with me, because I'm going to walk up in the dark, and then as the sun comes up, I'm under street lights at the moment, so, and then as the sun comes up, well, I say the sun coming up, the sun's not going to be coming up, but as it starts getting a bit lighter, then I'll come back to you and show you where we are. See you in a bit. Okay, unfortunately we've missed the tide. The tide's gone out a lot faster than I thought it was going to. But now we're here. I'm just going to hang around for the light to come up a little bit more, because there are some nice dark clouds blowing over. So I'm just going to hang on a bit longer, and then we'll see if we can get some slow exposures with the clouds moving. Get some shots. Now we're here, it's silly to come away. So I'll see you in a bit. So this is Burnham's Low Lighthouse. It was built in 1832 by Joseph Nelson, and it was built to protect the Severn Estuary, ships coming up the Severn Estuary. It was taken out of service for a few years, I think, and then brought back into service when the other lighthouse in Burnham was taken out of service, or there was issues with it. So this one was brought back into service. It's recently had a bit of a facelift as well, so it's looking sparkling this morning. Okay, it was a shame we missed the tide being up around the legs, which is what I was wanting this morning, to be honest, but misjudged how fast it goes out. High tide was at 10 to 6, I was here by 10 to 7, and the tide had already receded back some considerable way. So I'm just now taking some slow exposures. I've got the lighthouse on the right hand third with a reflection there, and doing some slow exposures just to blur the clouds. Not using any filters because the light's still pretty poor at the moment. So I'm just going to take a few shots here, and then try some different angles, see what we get. Okay, so my current settings, don't know if you can hear me, I have got a microphone on, but trying out a new microphone, because it is quite windy, so I'm not sure how it's working. Hopefully it's working okay. Current settings, I'm currently shooting at f16, 30 seconds, and ISO 160. I think they'll be altering quite quickly, because the light's altering very, very quickly now. So that'll probably alter as every shot I take. But shame the tide's gone out. but at least the rain's holding off. They did forecast heavy rain this morning, but at the moment we're lucky enough it's not happening. Currently shooting with my favourite lens at the moment, 24-85. Seems to be my go-to lens at the moment. That and if you've seen my last video, I did have the 70-300 on as well, to taking some shots, which was quite interesting. Okay, the wind's really buffering quite strong here. So because I'm doing 30-second exposures at the moment, I'm having to stand in front of the camera a little bit, because just stop it buffering on the tripod, because a 30-second exposure, just a slight bit of movement and we're gonna get a bit of blur. So I'm just standing just to shelter it, just to keep the wind off it a little bit. Okay, I've changed the angle a bit, where I've now come round. I'm using this puddle that's still sort of forming around the base of the lighthouse, letting the slow exposure blur the ripples, and picking up a little bit of movement in the cloud. So, but do a few more slow exposure shots, and then most of the lights are bad. And instead of putting filters on, I think then we'll try some normal exposures and see, speed the shutter speed up a little bit. Okay, I've altered the settings now to increase the shutter speed up a little bit. It's up to 4 seconds, f16, and I've dropped the ISO to ISO 64 now, so we should get some nice sharp images. It's quite nice getting a bit of detail in the cloud. Certainly be able to bring a bit more of that out in post-processing. Got some nice detail just showing now in this sand, now the light's coming. So in a minute I'm going to lower the tripod down really low and see if we can get a little bit of that in the foreground. Good thing about coming down here early in the morning, particularly when the weather's not great, is there's nobody here. This beach is normally rammed, and I don't think I've ever been to this lighthouse before now and there's not been another photographer here. There always seems to be somebody here. So it is nice to get out early and get here before everybody else. Okay, so I've now dropped the tripod down nice and low, and we're picking up some of the detail in this sand and using that as a foreground. I've got the f-stop up to f18 to try and keep the lighthouse in focus slightly. Although the main interest is the sand at the beginning, in the foreground. But I don't want to blur the lighthouse too much. I want to keep that slightly in focus. So we're up to f18 and at 6 seconds, and still ISO 64. I've focused and then set the manual. Let's focus in the manual so it doesn't shift. Rain's starting to come in now. I've got a few shots, so I think we're going to call it a day. head on back, have a nice hot cup of tea. So don't forget, if you're liking this channel, give it a subscribe. Please give the video a like. It helps with the analytics of the video. So please give it a like if you like it, and give a comment down below. Thank you to all those subscribers that are currently stuck watching the channel, and hope to pick up some more soon. So till next time, take it easy. At the very least, although I may not have got many photos this morning. I don't know if you can hear this wind, but it certainly woke me up on a Saturday morning. Typically every day this week, the weather's been relatively good. There's been some great cloud formations, and I've been working. Get to the weekend and the weather's like this. But there you go. It is what it is. Living the dream.